Alright, this is really it's my first day of full hiking. I hiked 1.1 up here to BeeCh Hill, bed and breakfast. It's a great little place. I have to take that road up maybe 100 yards, 200 at the most. That's the bunkhouse there. I didn't stay in there last night. It would have been nice had I gotten here in the evening, I think. Gonna have breakfast and hit the trail. And I'm off. Initial goal, be a great test on my knee, 10.1 miles to a shelter area. We'll see if I'm short or long. Got to cross over Interstate 81 and eventually head up that mountain right there. Right there. I stayed upstairs there. Neat place. Oh, want a pair of shoes? Yeah, that umbrella down there. Oh, there goes a deer across the road. Huh. Right here's where I came down, walking up a small hill from Daleville, 1.1 miles. This is where I came from yesterday, that short distance. White Blaze. Have a short walk along this road, and we parallel 81 for a little while before we start going up. Okay, came from there, Interstate 81, and now we start paralleling. I don't know how soon we'll hit up, but glad to get off that road. You'll hear the highway noise for quite some time, I'm sure. Interstate sounds really busy. Oh, this is cool. I knew I was going to be real close to 1/3 of the way to Katahdin. Katahdin's about 2,200 miles. Last year I reached 1/4 of the way. Now I'm 1/3 of the way. Well, will I ever do it? I don't know. You get up to the whites, it gets really tough. And it seems like I have every year I age, I get another ailment or two. So it's a race against time. I'm not worried about it, but I'll plug along and do what I can do. As long as I love it, and as long as I can do it. Well, this is kind of nice. Little bitty stream, but it's flowing slowly. You can see it. And I'm low, so I'm hoping I don't have to pack too much water. I like to pack 1.5 liters the most during the day. Toward the end of the day, if I'm passing a water supply, and I can go about 2.5 liters. But tropical storm, by the time it got up here, Beth came through here a couple of weeks ago, and maybe a little less, I don't know, but supposedly helped with the water. Oh yeah, look at that water. Running good. I could filter that. Hope it's running really good up by the wherever I'm going to end up tonight. Alright, let's cross another road. Looks like it goes straight across. It's another trailhead. If I wanted to do a section hike with a group, we'd probably get dropped off here. There's no need in doing that little section. That way we could just hit the mountain and go. That was a nice little uphill so far. And I'm coming up here to a turnstock. Keep the cattle out, I guess. Alright, that's where I came from. And this is a good view right here, and I'm not even up. That's the mountain I'm going up. eventually. This is a full 360. What a beautiful, beautiful view. It's a good way to start. Keeps me motivated. I was looking down across this bridge and there's an old guy that looked a little bit like Homer, my shuttle guy. It may be. Nope, it's not. That is unbelievable. Homer's the guy that shuttled me. Really cool. If I run into trouble with my knee, he knows a lot of back ways he could get to me, I guess. We'll see. Hopefully we won't need that. What a cool guy, and his wife. Hear the rain? Hasn't made it down to me yet. It's 0.7 to the next dispersed camping, where there won't be anything, but then 1.6 or something like that to the shelter. And I'm going nice and easy. May have to get my umbrella out. All right, I'm coming up on Fullhardt Knob Shelter. I want to take a little break. There's somebody up here, so probably won't film when I get real close until I check them out, make sure it's all right. It's 0.1 miles off the trail, which is not bad. And it's time for a break. Best spot to take a break, looks like.
Louisiana.
All right, this is Twisted, and this is Preacher. And we're at Fullhardt Knob Shelter. So about half of all I want to do today. Yeah, leaving Fullhardt Shelter. A couple of interesting characters, Priest and Twisted. Twisted has done lived in Arkansas. Knew Bill Houston, who I used 45 years ago when we used to float the Buffalo River. It was interesting talking with him. He's been around a while. Priest is a preacher. He didn't preach to me, thank heaven. Wow, that works together. Anyway, 0.1 back to the trail and shooting. I think it's around 6 miles. Oh, it's 6.2 miles to the Wilson Creek Shelter, which was my my first full day's hike where I'm planning on camping tonight. If I get there early, I'll look and see, and I feel good. I really don't want to overdo it with my knee. We'll see. Oh, Twisted has a couple of pit bulls he has tied up. That's what you hear barking. So I'm glad he had them tied up back there somewhere. But he said they wouldn't bite. Oh, check this out. Must be coming up to where there's some cattle. Well, instead of crowding through there, my backpack, I think I'll just go right here. Maybe there used to be cattle. And that's where it came from. Been going down for quite a while. And this is called Salt Pond Road. As you can see, it's a yeah, probably a good via Jeep. And we're going that way. And it goes that way. All right. Going, I think, 2.8 miles from the shelter I was at a while ago. So making good progress, taking my time, trying to be careful with my knee. So far, so good. Well, that's the goal was today was Wilson Creek Shelters, only 3.4 miles. Black Horse Gap, 5.8. I will just have to see how I feel, if I want to go a little bit further or not. Yeah, that's Salt Pond Road. So far the temperature's been decent. I'd say it's probably up around 80, maybe upper 70s in the forest here. Had that little slight rain that helped overcast, cool things down just a little bit. Quite a bit earlier, but it's still decent, so I'm definitely sweating. My shirt is wet. To be expected. At least it's not Florida. All right, break time. Got the pack off, got the water filter out, filtered, got my C-knock. Got it about 3/4 full. And then got my system for filtering, just hang it from a tree, let gravity feed it. I just met some people going southbound. They're flip-flopping, so they've done well over half of the trail. It's a couple from Tallahassee, Florida. I should have taken a picture, I forgot. The guy's name was Trail Horse, and his wife is Lemonade. She was about 5 minutes behind him. And they're going to stay at the same bed and breakfast that I stayed at last night, so gave them a little information on that. Also about ponchos. Anyway, I haven't seen hardly anybody else on trail, so it's pretty quiet out here. My knee was starting to feel a little funky back there. Hurt, I mean, a little pain, not much, enough to scare me, but I decided, so I came to a creek and I needed a little bit of water, so took off my pack, filtered some water, looked in my pill box. Besides my prescription stuff, I take one in the morning. I took an ibuprofen and a Motrin, so hopefully that will help me. We'll see. I don't know if you can hear it trickling. This is Wilson Creek. It's now 7/10 of a mile up to Wilson Creek Shelter, where I'm almost 100% sure I'm going to stop. That was the original plan, even though my knee's feeling pretty good after taking even more medication. I'm a little bit, this is my first day. I can actually feel my legs are tired as well. Look at this. Oh, plenty of water. Okay, shelter 0.7. I will camel up, that is chug a lot of water, and then filter some. Look and see when the next water is to see how much I need to filter. Probably quite a bit. Probably do a couple of liters. Alright, I've got a little under a mile to the Wilson Creek Shelter. I had toyed with the idea of trying to get a couple more miles in if I could find a camping spot, but that was the original plan. And with my knee bothering me a little bit, actually it's felt good since I've taken a couple of long breaks filtering water, that you know, I got to be careful. First day, have a tendency to overdo. I always have a tendency to overdo stuff. But it's going to work out better if I do. I've got plenty of water now. I've got about 2.5 liters. And tomorrow there's water. After the shelter, I reach the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is going to be cool. There's some overlooks. In fact, the trail runs almost parallel with the Blue Ridge Parkway for quite a ways. It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. So, some of the things, I mean, you think about all kinds of things when you're out here hiking. But on the way up here, all the commute, about 30 hours, you know, Sunrail to bus, downtown bus to Greyhound, and then long rides with a changeover and a 5-hour layover in Greyhound. And I tend to have a tendency always to be a little bit, I call it homesick. You know, I miss family, and I was kind of feeling blue this morning, especially with my knee potentially hurting me. And right now, I'm real positive on it. I probably have 0.6 of a mile to the shelter. And I feel good now. And mental's a lot of the game of this. All right, that's enough for now. All right, I made it to the shelter. Surprised me, I wasn't watching. And it's right up there. It's gonna be on top of the mountain, may have cell service. Look at all the tent spaces, really good. And this is Wilson Creek Shelter. All right, made it 10.1 today. I could go on a couple more, but it would be questionable as my legs are tired. I had a little bit of knee pain earlier, but there's just no need. I have 15. If I did a couple more, then I'd reduce what I want to do tomorrow. All right, do I stay in here? I gotta see if I can get to cell and see what the weather's supposed to be. There's the privy. All right, I may need that, but look at the spaces. Lots of good spaces. All right. All right, decided I'm going to stay in the shelter. It makes things a little easier. The guys came with have the pit bulls that I met earlier. They keep them chained. This is dinner right here. That is ramen noodles, dehydrated mushrooms, some chorizo sausages. It's a small amount because I know I'm not really super hungry.